If you ever wanted to run a retail business where you manufacture the goods that you sell, then this one might be for you. In Factory Outlet Simulator, you start out with a small factory and a small retail space, and the objective is to use the factory to produce various types of merchandise that you can then either sell in your retail store or that you can also fulfill wholesale orders with. The game starts you out with a tutorial in which you purchase the machine that you'll need in order to begin producing the goods that you will be selling. Once you complete the tutorial, you are free to manage your business as you see fit. But it gets you up and running to learn the basics of the game, and it gives you a good place to start at. Once you have your machine, you need to purchase raw materials in order to produce items. In addition to that, in order to sell brand products in your store, you'll need to acquire product licenses. The brand names are close to real-life brands in the game, and each brand offers a different type of product quality. The higher the quality, the higher you can sell the items for. And of course, the potentially more expensive that a product license can be. Spend money to make money. It's prevalent in this game, I can tell you. Some items can take longer to produce by your machine depending on the quality of the item and depending on the type of merchandise that you're trying to create. The amount of time it will take to produce something will be displayed when you open up your machine to start making those goods. The game offers a wide variety of goods that can be created and sold. They are cell phone cases, coffee mugs, t-shirts, jeans, sneakers, hats, perfume, handbags, headsets, and smartwatches. I think they've got everything covered here, don't you think? And of course, like a lot of these sim titles, everything is handled through, you guessed it, a computer. In this case, specifically the factory computer. You can do things like set prices, hire and fire employees, acquire product licenses, accept wholesale orders, take out business loans, and also do things like purchase factory and store size upgrades and fixtures that are needed. In addition to selling licensed apparel in your retail store, you can also fulfill wholesale orders by producing larger quantities. And the funds that are earned from doing this can elevate your abilities to update and work on your retail store as well. Once you complete producing the needed items for a particular order, you then load them into your vehicle and take them to either the ship, the airplane, or the train to collect your payment. The game starts you out with a pickup truck, and this can hold a maximum of 38 crates. But make enough money, and you can eventually purchase a van or a tractor trailer in order to haul larger orders at one time. However, usually the game allows for enough time that if you take an order that exceeds the total allowable of the vehicle that you currently have, you should have enough time to go back to the factory to retrieve the remaining crates that you need and get back to the delivery point before you actually exceed time and will still get paid for the job. All the delivery points in the game are within a good distance to the factory, so you should have more than enough time to be able to go back and get what you need. It just might require more than one trip. Like any business though, the lifeblood of it is the employees, and you can hire for a variety of roles in the game. You can hire store cashiers, store restockers, factory restockers, mechanics, a security guard, who by the way, is a total badass. I can tell you this, I wouldn't with her, that's for sure. Take a look at this. And lastly, an automation engineer. This job would need to be filled in order to use the Machine Start app. And by the way, that's the one and only time I'm going to say that because one, I feel dumb saying it, and two, I'm not entirely sure that I'm saying it right. So from here on out, it will just simply be referred to as the app. But it enables you the ability to produce larger quantities more easily, since normally, if you run a machine yourself, the machine will only produce 10 items, which is equivalent to 1 crate if you do it manually. You'll still only produce 10 items or 1 crate using this app, however you enter a specific number. As the crates are being produced and you retrieve a completed crate from a machine, once you move that, if there are still crates that need to be created, the machine will go ahead and automatically start on a next crate. and you continue to do this until the set number that you entered has been fully completed. One note on the restockers now is that they will get tired while working, and in a recent update, there is now the capability to build an employee break room, in which you can purchase things like water coolers, TVs, vending machines, chairs, or any other type of break room items so that the restockers can rest and recharge. As with any business, there are unfortunately those things called bills, so just be sure to check the invoice section to ensure that you're being, financially responsible, which would include for things like carbon emission taxes, income taxes, electricity, amongst other things. Because there's always fees. Always. Why are there always fees in these games? Oh, and personally, I'm not much into stocks, but the game does allow you to buy and sell store stocks on the exchange app within the factory computer, if that's the kind of thing you're interested in. I think it's a cool feature. I'm glad that it's there, but I don't really use it all that much myself. Moving on to perhaps the best feature of the game, in my opinion, is the ability to create your own custom merchandise. And you can even upload your own graphics to the game and use them for any of the item types that were previously mentioned. You can even do things like, if you have a hat and you want to have the brim be a certain color, you can make that a different color from the rest of the hat. If you have a coffee mug, you could paint the handle a different color if you wanted from the rest of the mug, those sorts of things. I created this demented looking Apple character and stuck it on a shirt. And you know what? The customers of Jair's Fits and Apparel, they love it and they keep buying it. It makes me happy. I've asked myself who would want this on a shirt, but apparently they do. And you know what? It makes me money, so I'm good with it. But the possibilities here are endless, and there are some available preloaded graphics too. If you would prefer to use those, you certainly can. But the ability to have our own custom line of merchandise is there if we want to use it. Oh, and one other note as it concerns the different types of merchandise that we have available to sell. Each type of merchandise does have its own specific type of rack, and in order to stock those items in your retail store, you will need to purchase the appropriate rack for the product that you're creating and trying to sell. Or even if it's for something like shoes or jeans, in which we can purchase a product license for it, you'll still need to go ahead and purchase the appropriate store fixture and display in order to be able to sell it in the store. But now on to the bad stuff. Do I really have any complaints about the game? I only really have one major gripe, and it's that despite the recent economic update that we received, your retail store as a result can be more profitable now, but wholesale is still really where you're going to make your money. Building on the retail space is what gives the game some variety, so I understand that working just on wholesale can get tedious after a bit, but it would be nice to be able to have more retail days, as I call them, where I don't have to focus on wholesale, if at all. At times, though, I really don't have a choice, and I have to go back to working wholesale, and trying to run both retail and wholesale at the same time, even with staff, can be difficult. And I found for myself, I've had to close the retail store just to get funds up, just working on wholesale. Hopefully, though, in the future, we'll be able to get a better balance between retail and wholesale pricing. It's already happened once in terms of an increase to the overall pricing within retail, and hopefully that'll continue to be looked at. A couple other small complaints that I have is that the color picker for designing merchandise could be a bit larger. Other players have voiced their concerns on this, so hopefully the developer will go ahead and get this updated at some point soon. Also concerning the design tools, being able to delete previous designs is another nice feature that hopefully we can get. But overall, I'm really enjoying the game for its really ease of use and also just the ability it gives you to be creative. I've created a few graphics just to use in the game alone, and I've been able to come up with some fun designs. The best part, like I said, is when I can't keep them in stock because the customers just keep buying them up so quickly. But all in all, it's a really relaxing and chill game. And if you're looking for something that allows you to flex your creative muscles while also operating a business, then I would say give this one a try. My final rating is 4 controllers out of 5. Let us know if you're currently playing the game or if maybe this review has helped maybe get you interested in wanting to check it out. And if you are playing, how far along are you in your business? Have you maxed out your factory? Have you maxed out your retail store? What kind of profits are you earning every day? Let us know. But I hope that everybody has enjoyed Simtember, and I appreciate you all watching this review. My name is Jers, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.